All right, Alec lays live here at the White House with Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy. Great to see you in
Good
this
to
role.
see you. It's been a while.
It's been a while, so give me your breakdown. First 100 days, Department of Transportation, how's it going?
We're not talking fatherhood.
Not right now. We'll get to it.
No. So listen, it has been an interesting job, right? We had there's been a lot of air incidents since I've came in. Now we haven't. There's not more aircraft crashes or incidents now than before. It's just that the media is now covering it more after DCA. But it's given us a mission. Our mission is safety, and I need to look over the horizon to make sure I understand how do I save lives in the future. What do I have to do to make sure we are set up well to protect people as they fly through our airspace? And that means we need more air traffic controllers, and we need a brand new air traffic control system. The president's supportive. We're going to get buy-in from the Congress, and again, we are going to make travel great in America again, more efficient and safer.
Well, you know I'm a railroad guy. That's been a big part of my life. I'm there 25 years doing that. What are you specifically working with the railroads right now? I know Penn Station's got a revitalization project going. I think you guys are involved in that. Also, too, it's like a third world country when you go into Penn Station in Newark and in New York because you got homeless. It's like Skid Row there.
So with Penn Station, we pulled it back from the MTA in New York. We're going to do that at an Amtrak. We're going to look for a public-private partnership. But here's the problem: in New York City, good politicians would say, "I want my subway system, my light rail, my buses. I want it to be clean. I want it to be really safe, so people actually ride on my system." But in New York, I mean, sometimes it's safe and sometimes it's clean. But to your point, there's homelessness and crazy that live in the system. And so if we're going to fund, whether it's going to be Chicago or New York or D.C., we're going to make sure that they put the safety of the traveling public first, or we're not going to fund them. And they rely on a lot of federal money to actually build out their projects. And again, if you can't get that part right, why are we funding you? I want people to not have to stand up against the wall in a subway in New York because they're afraid of being pushed in front of the tracks. That's not acceptable, right? Someone getting stabbed or shot in the subway, unacceptable. And I'm surprised that Governor Hochul doesn't take a harder stand to make sure that people feel safe when they travel, and she has a softer heart for the homeless. Well, the subway system it wasn't made for the homeless. It was made for families and people going to and from work to do it safely in a clean environment, and she hasn't delivered.
And neither is it in Jersey. I'm going to tell you that now, Sean, because I'm going back tonight. I'm going back up to Newark Penn Station, and there's people, and they're not homeless people. These are mentally challenged. These are like people that belong in an insane asylum. And I'm thinking, man, you got families walking through here, and this is what they're seeing. So that's a whole nother piece of it. But I wanted to get to the family portion of it. We're here today, National Day of Prayer. It's great to see prayer. We need more faith in our society. We need more families. Right now, we have the lowest percentage of marriages ever in our history. We have the lowest percentages of birth. I know you're trying to repopulate the country as a one-man band here, but that's my prayer was today, was that we can get marriages, we can get more families and start having more kids, because that's what we need along with the faith piece.
You know, I think you're 100% right, and I think that the president is so bought into the idea of faith and prayer and families. And again, if you want to be happy in life, I don't think anything gives you more happiness than being married. Again, you can fight with your spouse, but hard things are beautiful things. And I mean, marriage is the greatest institution. And then having kids on top of it gives true meaning to life. And I think you're seeing a revolution happen with young people, right? And again, there's this downward trend where you're supposed to put your job and your career and your pocketbook before love. I don't think that's brought people happiness, and I think they're rethinking it to go, maybe there's something different that I could still have a career, but if I prioritize love and marriage and kids, maybe I'll be able to rejigger how my career looks, or how I engage in it. And so my hope is that truly these young people today are going to say, you know what my grandparents or great-grandparents did with love, marriage, and work is actually a pathway to happiness. And frankly, on the faith side, this is a pathway to heaven. Service is a pathway to heaven.
Yeah. Beautifully said, Sean. And I think we need people like you to look up to see, hey, this is what is possible for me with family life. So I think having people like you out there to look up to is a blessing to a lot of people.
Kind.
Well, listen, let me close it out like this here. You came into this position with your hair on fire. You were going nonstop the minute you hit the ground. Now you got your feet wet a little bit. What are you looking to accomplish the next 100 days? What's top priority?
Well, the top priority was actually to get on your podcast. Now I finally have done that, so I'm in a good space. Right, I checked that box. Obviously, we got to know each other quite a bit. When I was at Fox Business, you were on quite a bit as well. So the next, now it's delivering on the promises, right? We're going to build big, beautiful roads and bridges. We're going to let innovators around the technology at the Department of Transportation. By the way, we are at the heart of this new technology. It's drones, it's eVTOLs, which are like Ubers in the air, right? Those and autonomous vehicles. All of this is going to come together to change the way people and products move in the country. We're going to make sure that happens. We have the Merchant Marine. These are some of the finest young men that support the military in times of conflict. The president cares about American shipbuilding, but also you need mariners to sail those ships. That's with us. I'm going to make sure the Merchant Marine Academy, which has been dilapidated and hasn't been paid attention to, I love that institution. I love the kids that go to school there, the midshipmen, and we're going to invest in that academy. Make sure that we do right by those young adults. And again, the backdrop of all that I do is making sure people stay safe. You trust the system because the system is a safe system, whether it's bridges and roads or trains or airplanes. That's the role, that's the job. And again, making sure you get home to your family faster and safer is what I want for America. I want America to not think about our department. I want them to go, it just seamlessly is happening because Sean Duffy is doing his job.
Yeah, very well put. Yeah, safety first, family first. Sean Duffy, you're a first-class father all the way. Thanks for giving me a few minutes of your time here.
All
All right, man. Good to see you.